What's up, guys? Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for August 30th, 2021. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope G Money's doing well today, Grant. How you doing?
Oh, that was nice for once. I'm doing well, Tanner. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I had a train back to Boston at like 5 a.m. this morning, so I was up at 4:15. I'm running on emotion, but the people need the picks. The people don't want the picks, Grant. What do people want?
The people need the picks.
People need the picks. Damn right. There it is. Caesar Sportsbook, risk-free bet, Sports 20 RF. Risk-free up to $5,000, guys. Unprecedented in the sports betting industry. New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Michigan, Colorado. I said Colorado twice, but Michigan's in there. That was the state we were missing, Grant. All right, so risk-free bet up to $5,000, guys. They're going to have boosts today at some point. We usually get them around 10 o'clock. So if you haven't registered yet, go register. You're going to get boost today. You're going to be boosted for the Boston Red Sox, I imagine. They're doing great stuff every day of the week, so lock it up on Caesars, guys. Also, subscribe to the network. That's a given. I think, Grant, 1.22 now?
Yeah, we are up there. I'm not even going to lie. Like, we're taking off.
2K's coming. 2K's in our future. This is the best hour of your day if you forgot. We didn't forget because it's the best hour of our day. It's Monday. Time to be reborn, Grant. We're going to start with you. Philadelphia Phillies on the money line versus the Nationals. I absolutely love this pick. Break it down for me.
Yeah, this hurts me to say because I'm from the DMV, but the Nationals are just god awful right now. I'll give you some highlights of their recent series. Okay, lost 2 to the Mets, lost 2 to the Marlins, lost 2 to the Brewers, lost 3 to the Braves, lost 3 to the Mets. Like they can't win series, they can't win games. They are playing terribly right now. And to be fair, that was expected when you trade away. You trade away your 2 players, one of which we thought had a chance at winning MVP, and then of course Max Scherzer. We know what he represents. So they're building for the future. That's fine, but they stink right now, and they're going against a Phillies team that sure they've lost their hot streak and now they're back into sort of mediocrity. But they do have Zach Wheeler going for him. He's 10-9 with a 2.9 ERA, and he's thrown 180 innings. So you know what you're going to get out of him. Josiah Gray is going to get the start for the Nats here. He was one of the guys that came over in the deal that sent Trey Turner and Max Scherzer to the Dodgers. He's 0-1 with a 3.75 ERA so far. Not too bad for a young guy. He's also thrown 42 strikeouts in 36 innings. Again, it's impressive for a 23-year-old who's making his first real season starting. But the Nationals, they're not going to win this game.
The thing that scares me about JoJo from when at least I watched him with the Dodgers was he gives up a lot of bombs. But that was early on too. But I do like this pick. I love the Philadelphia Phillies. Like you said, JoJo's going to give up bombs. Phillies are going to win. Phillies are kind of rolling right now. They're only 4.5 games back. You never know. They could make a playoff push in the East, especially with the Braves playing the Dodgers this week. That's a huge series for them. So the Phillies have to win. All right, let's go to my pick here. Rockies money line versus the Rangers. This could be my second favorite bet on the sportsbook today on Caesar Sportsbook. You got the Rockies playing the Dodgers. Guess who's going for the Rockies, Grant?
It's the only guy that really matters for them.
German Marquez. He was an all-star. He was like an all-star by default because they needed an all-star, but still, he's the best they got. They're going against the Rangers. AJ Alexy. He has not pitched this year. I think he's making his major league debut. I could be wrong. Yeah, he's making his major league debut, so this should be interesting. So probably going to be a bullpen game for them. Grant, tell me how German Marquez was an all-star at 11-9 with a 4.02 ERA at this point in the season, and Walker Buehler was a second ballot all-star because of guys opting out. Tell me that.
I think 3 around the time of voting, but it's still this everybody gets a trophy rule, and I hate it.
I hate it so much. But anyways, Rockies are kind of rolling right now. Had a very good weekend against the Dodgers. Took 2 or 3 games from them. They also beat the Cubs on the 25th. You look at the Rangers. Rangers had a big win yesterday, 13-2 over the Houston Astros. But they dropped the first 2 games of the series to Houston. They lost to Cleveland for 2 games. So in their past 5, they're 1-4. Not very good. Yesterday was an anomaly. Not going to happen again today. Rockies on the money line, -154. German Marquez delivers win for us today, and the Rockies get the job done. Lock it up.
Yeah, I like it. There were some weird games that happened yesterday. I don't know if you saw, or if you stepped back and look at the scores as a whole. The Pirates beat the Cardinals. The Giants get swept by the Braves, or not swept, get shut out by the Braves. The Dodgers get shut out by the Rockies. The Rangers beat the Astros 13-2. Some weird scores yesterday. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to flex here like I'm the best baseball bettor in the world, but like when I have a bad day on MLB daily picks, like when I do my slate and I finish like 6-8, usually I have 6-8. It was 14 games because the Padres didn't play yesterday. But if I'm 2 or 3 games under, it's usually because some weird shit happened. Like you pick the better team and the better team always loses. That's when I have a record under 500. But again, best baseball bettor in the world. All right. Anyways, Grant, we'll keep going here. We'll go with the lock first. We'll go with the lock. Braves, Dodgers. Run line. You can explain this one because I'm doing the risk.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this lock here because I think we actually have a guest appearance, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Julio Urias going for the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think Tanner's getting ready to bring him out onto camera right now. This guy has been dealing so far this season. He's up to 14-3 with a 3.17 ERA. And is that Julio? Julio, he's here. He's here to talk to us. Julio, how are you feeling about the game tonight?
Julio doesn't speak English, so let's see here. I took Spanish till like 9th grade. Let me see. Yo soy feeling muy bueno, ready to go today. Go Dodgers.
Okay. I think that counts. Yeah, Julio's on the bump for the Dodgers. He's 14-3, 3.17 ERA. Going against Drew Smiley for the Braves, 9-3, 4.54 ERA. Braves are nothing to sneeze at anymore, and it's very strange to say that because we talk about it all the time. They lost their best player, they lost their MVP candidate, and they got better. It was sort of like that Ohtani Trout phenomenon early in the season, except the Angels, they never really took off. They just kind of improved from a losing team to a 500 team, but somehow the Braves are actually like respectable now. And like I mentioned, they did just beat the Giants 9-0. However, I feel like that could, and I think Tanner, you agree because it's our lock here. I feel like that could lure them into a false sense of security, whereas the Dodgers, they just lost 0-5. And they've got Julio coming back. I think they're going to be out, with a point to prove. And, it is the Braves, but they are one of the hotter teams in the league. So I feel like this is a good chance for them to remind everybody of who they are.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers show up today in a big way. Coming off this weekend, they played well the whole weekend. But you look at what the Dodgers have. Dodgers are guaranteed to make the playoffs. I know not guaranteed mathematically, but they're going to be a wild card team for sure. They could win the division. They're probably going to win the division, in my opinion. But when you look at the Braves, they win today. This is a statement game for them. This is a statement series. You come out, you sweep the Braves, you take 2 or 3 from the Braves. It's still impressive. So I do like the Dodgers. I think Julio Urias has been very good this year. I think he continues it today. Go Dodgers in LA. All right, Grant. You ready for this? You ready for the little risk bet of the day? This isn't even a risk. This is a lock. Red Sox money line plus 120 versus Tampa Bay Rays. We had to throw the Red Sox in there, Grant. Grant, I got to ask you a question. You know what the Yankees did this weekend?
I know what the Yankees did, but how about you tell everybody out there who doesn't know?
They lost a couple games, I think, didn't they?
They did. They lost a couple games.
Hey, you know how far back the Red Sox are from the Yankees for second place?
I actually don't. Is it somewhere around 2?
2 games, Grant. 2 games. We thought we were going to the freaking Bronx for the wild card game. They could be coming to Boston for the wild card game, Grant, because you know what? Red Sox are rolling. This is the series. This is the season tonight. Okay, the next 2 weeks. Tonight and then the next 2 weeks is the season. We got 3 games against the Rays this week. Maybe 4. Is it 4?
It's 4.
4 games against the Rays here. Then Cleveland comes to town. And then next week we got another 3 against the Rays in Boston. Okay, Grant, we need to take 3 or 4 from this team tonight. We're losing games, but we're winning series. That's what it comes down to. We got 2 series wins in a row. We're going to make it 3 this week. Red Sox on the money line night. Why do you want to bet this? Because the Yankees have already blown their load in August. The Red Sox are still waiting to go. September is their time. We're going to heat up. We're going to win this series this week. All right, so tonight with the Rays, and I say Yankees because we're catching them in the wild card. We're not going to catch the Rays for first place in the division. I'm sorry. But anyways, Nick Pivetta on the bump, 9-6, 4.57 for the Red Sox. Luis Patino on the bump for the Rays, 3-3, 4.53. This is going to be an even game. The bottom line is we got to shut down Wander Franco. We got to make the Rays put the ball in play, and we got to make plays in the field, okay? We can't have the ball leaving the yard. If the Rays hit home runs, we're not going to win tonight, and our big boys got to show up. Rafi's got to show up. Rafi Devers got to show up. JD Martinez got to show up. Verdugo's got to show up. Verdugo was horrendous. Verdugo was horrendous in the last series. He needs to be better in this one. Kike's not going to be there. He's on the COVID list. I'm hoping Hunter Renfroe comes back tonight. Just lost his father. Prayers for Hunter Renfroe, obviously. But I'm hoping he's back at some point in the series. We got to win tonight. Red Sox money line. No team is better than Boston with the pressure on Grant. Mark my words. Red Sox money line.
Yeah, I told Tanner a few days ago that we were banning the Red Sox from the lock list for the rest of the season, but they are a great risk bet here at plus 120. And I do agree with you that even though the Rays are winning the season series and the Rays have won 5 of the last 6, the Red Sox really need to win this game, and they need to win this series because the Yankees have opened the door for them. And I feel like that's the big thing there. That's what we thought the Yankees were going to do, but they were so hot for that period of time that we thought, okay, maybe they've completely changed their ways. But the Yankees ended up falling back into their old selves, and they opened the door for the Sox. I like the Sox to win. I think this series is going to be a split ultimately, since it is a 4-game series. I think it's going to go 2-2. I don't think that you can stop the Rays because the Rays have this strange way of finding ways to produce a bunch of runs, even though they don't get on base a ton. Last I checked, which was early yesterday, they were 17th in batting average, but they were still top 5 in scoring. And they have guys who can hit the ball out the park. And of course, Wander Franco, we know he's on a 29-game on-base streak. So he's giving them some consistency in there. So I don't think you can shut them down, but Sox have to take 2 at least to if you do want to host the Yankees. And I think they get that started tonight.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, Yankees have left. They're opening the door for us. That's what the Yankees do. I don't know if the Yankees were ever good. You look at the teams they beat. I know they kicked our ass, but you look at the teams the Yankees beat. I don't know, Grant. I don't know. It should be fun. Last month of the season is going to be freaking outstanding. I can't wait. Can't wait to get it started. Tonight, go Red Sox. All right, that does it, guys. Parlay Power Hour, August 30th, 2021. Grant, final thoughts.
My final thoughts. I know technically college football started over the weekend. Tanner, your UConn Huskies, they did a wonderful job welcoming us into the season. But this is the real week that college football starts. And we are going to have a football game every weekend until early or mid-February. So one of the best times of the year. Basketball season starting up soon. Baseball's heading into playoffs. Soccer's here. You got pretty much every sport is going on right now. One of the best times of the year to be a sports fan. As
excited as I am about football season, Grant, and as excited as I am about the UConn Huskies might not win a game this year, honestly. They got to beat – if they don't beat Holy Cross this weekend, they're in trouble. But anyways, I wasn't mad they lost, Grant. You were like picking on me, saying, "Oh, how did your Huskies do?" I was mad they didn't cover, Grant. So technically, what they lost, lose 45-0. We lost by 18. We did not lose by 45. I didn't care about them winning the game. I needed them to cover, and they didn't do it, and I lost money because of it. Anyways, putting that aside, go Red Sox. Playoff baseball is the best time of the year, Grant. I know football. Everyone talks about football. Playoff baseball is first. We got to get through playoff baseball, Grant. Go Red Sox. That does it. That was the best hour of your day. How about those VTech Hokies, Grant? Who they open up with?
We got number 10 North Carolina coming here Friday night.
Oh, guess what? I was looking at UConn's schedule. They got to go down. They got to play Clemson in Clemson this year at Clemson. I might try to go to that game, but we'll get murdered. It'd just be cool to see that.
What's the spread? Plus 50?
I don't know. It's like week 10 or week 7 or I don't know. It's late in the season, but I bet Clemson will be a 42-point favorite over UConn. 100%.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
42. Well, no, what was 28? Yeah, I mean, a freaking middle of the road Mountain West team was a 28-point favorite or 27.5-point favorite. So I'm assuming Clemson's going to be 45 at that point in the season. All right, Grant. Parlay Power Hour, August 30th. Take us into the break, Grant. Take us into the close of the show.
Am I the full-time outro guy now? I've been taking over the
responsibilities. You don't want to take them. I'll do it. That was Parlay Power Hour, August 30th, 2021. Subscribe to the network. Caesar Sportsbook. Links in the description below, guys. Lock it up, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for another episode.